This is D&D Quick Shots. Today we are talking about magic items. How do you give them out? How do you get them to the players? And what should you do with them once they do have way too many things that are going to ruin everything that you've worked so hard for? All right. I was looking online, looking up questions that I wanted to talk about, and one of the interesting ones that stood out to me was, how should I give out magic items in 5e? New DM here, just wondering what you think about the best way to give magic items is. Is it better to give the player magic items geared toward the character, i.e. monk with braces of defense, or give out random ones to either sell or trade? This is an interesting question that I see happen a lot. It's how do I not overpower my characters, but how do I give them enough things to keep things interesting? And the answer, honestly, in my opinion, is if you're going to give them something super specific that ties into their character and their race and all that, don't make it a random drop in a dungeon. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any reason to do something like that. Everything comes to making sense within the world, right? So certain things should appear in certain places, right? If I am going to go out and take out a monastery or something like that, then I would expect some kind of relics to deal with holy something or other, right? Whether it be good, whether it be bad, those would be something along those lines. Holy Avenger, cool, yeah, I get it, it makes sense. But if you're like, okay, well, you killed this random thug on the streets, and now you just picked up this thing that is perfect for your build, that doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't really make the players like drive at it anymore. They're like, oh yeah, cool, I got this super overpowered stuff, awesome. The better thing to do is, if you can get enough info on their backstory, understand where it is their characters are going, and then if you have just enough info for their backstory that you're building some kind of storyline for them, make that item be given by somebody of prominence to their life, and then when it's given to them, make sure that it has meaning and significance, right? This is a dagger your father had at one time, or maybe this is the bracers that have been handed down from this certain thing to this certain thing, and now you have gained this ability. If you're going to be class items or something specifically towards their build, it needs to have significance. If you're going to be doing something that is just picking up random things in the world, I suggest rolling it out randomly. Roll out those tables, see what ends up happening, because every world is going to have something different. When you're in a cave, the cave, let's say it's a dragon's lair. Dragons are going to hoard everything possible, magic, gold, anything you want, right? So you're not going to be surprised if you find a bunch of random things. If you go to a shop, right? In a shop is also going to be a bunch of random things that not necessarily the players are going to need. That's where these differences come from. So only give specific items if it makes sense for what's going on. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't seek out something. Hey, I have heard of this special magic item. It's uncommon, so that means there's still enough of them to actually have rumors and things happening. I'm going to go see if I can find it. I'm going to start asking around at different towns, cool things like that. Absolutely. Let the players do the legwork to try and get that. Don't give it to them on first try. Don't give them on second try. But if they have enough wherewithal to actually withstand you telling them, well, nope, that guy doesn't have it either, and they get to the third city, and you know what? I think I'm going to go check and see if somebody has it here. And then somebody does have it. They're like, awesome. I've been looking for this. This is exactly what I wanted. Blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to show that excitement, and then now your vendor is going to raise the price, because that's what vendors do. So to answer the questions overall, how do I give out magic items to match class? You don't, unless it makes sense. Have fun with it, but don't overpower your players, because that's the worst thing when you're trying to scale up the encounters, and because you've given them all +3 swords, and you've given these guys all these bracers of, this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden, it's way too hard of a game to run. Take that from advice. Definitely make it make sense if you're going to give it out. But that is D&D Quick Shots today on magic items there. Appreciate you watching. Let us know if you have any questions. Like and subscribe. Thanks for checking us out once again. And have a great day, guys.